Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This episode 18 of season 5. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Please do get voting for your most liked to dislike characters of this season. The link is open in the description. If you do vote, your results and mine will be shown in the final episode of this season, so it's going to be exciting to see. Thank you in advance for obviously doing that. Now, last episode it was interesting. You know, Jordan was telling us that each night he seems to disappear. He seems to go out as the Hellhound and come back and he doesn't know what he's doing. Now, Chris obviously thought, you know what, I'll follow him, and that's what he done, mate. He followed him to the school. He called Scott and Styles. They arrived as well, and he found a trail of dead bodies. Now, what's really interesting is there was still more bodies in the school bus. There was loads of people dead, but one guy was still alive. He was shouting, "Help me." Scott was going to run over, and Perry's turned up and said, "No, mate, don't. It's a trap." And next minute, what do you know? The beast turns up, cuts him in half, kills them all, and runs off. Very, very interesting. We also found out that Mason, yeah, he's figured out that the beast is turning up in high frequency areas. You know, all the attacks have been around the high frequency zone, so that is really clever that he's figured out. But unlucky for them, tonight is the local charity event, school versus school lacrosse tournament, and it's going to be covered by the news, and it's going to be lots of vans there obviously broadcasting it, and it's going to be a prime target for the beast to turn up. So they're trying to prevent everything from going south. You know, they don't want the beast to arrive. They don't want innocent people to die. They all got given certain tasks. Malia was tasked with trying to pull the cables out of all of the vans so that obviously the frequency wasn't being broadcast and it wasn't a beacon for obviously the beast to come. They was also trying to find out who is the teen underneath the beast's like whatever you'd want to call it suit. You know, when we was in the hospital, we did see that the beast footprints changed from bloody claws to bloody hues, and they was trying to obviously check everybody's feet, so to speak. I know it sounds ridiculous, but they was trying to check everybody's feet to see if they can find a matching soul. Now, again, what was interesting is during this game, the lacrosse tournament, Kira started losing control. You know, the fox inside of her is taking over. She's starting to hurt quite a few people. Scott seen her at the start of the episode when he woke up. You know, he was laying in bed. She was stood at the end of it, kind of like possessed. She picked up a sword up. She was doing all the tricks and doing all the moves, and obviously Scott's getting a bit concerned. Now, she left the game and went into the school, and one of the packs from one of the wolves from one of the other packs followed her to see if she was all right. Well, she started attacking her. You know, she was going crazy. She was fighting her. It looked like she was going to kill her. You know, Kira's losing control massively this season. Honestly, she really has. Scott was on the field. He could hear all the scrap, the kerfuffle going on. So he's ran inside the school, tried to stop Kira. While they're there, he obviously successfully stopped her. Kira turned back into her normal self, kind of like what we've seen with Jackson and Tracy as the Kenema. When they're in the total like supernatural form, they're out of control, and then when they get back into the normal cells, they don't have any recollection of what they're doing, just the same as Parrish. And like I said, while he was in the school and she come back to her normal senses, all the people was running in, mate. You know, Malia did manage to cut the frequency. Her mum turned up. She was trying to prevent her doing that. But when she did actually pull it, a loud noise transmitted, you know, not what they wanted. And the beast did arrive. And like I said, in the middle of the football field, in the middle of the cross field, whatever you want to call it, everybody's seen it. And all of the school have ran inside. Now, what's interesting is, obviously, the beast has chased him, leaving marks all the way down the corridor. So it's going to be really, really exciting. We also had a little bit of, the Perry storyline that Chris and Gerard put him inside like an incubator. They obviously turned the temperature down, got the Hellhound out. They was trying to figure out who he is and what does he want. When Parrish come out of it, he ended up saying to Lydia, he knows what his task is, he knows who he is, and he knows what he has to do. So what is that? I do not know. But all we know is that they've said consistently throughout the season that the Hellhound and the Beast are going to have to dual fight, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully we do get that. And I called as well that underneath this beast it could be Jackson or Lydia, or whatever, Allison, somebody that we know anyway. Hopefully it is, just to bring them back just for a bit of good nostalgia. So I can't wait for today's episode. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 18 of season 5 of Teen Wolf. Oh, 1760, look how far back we've gone.
We're losing this war to the British. We have heard news that Montreal has fallen. Marcel and I have both suffered injuries.
Japanese are Argents.
can't be here.
Stay back.
You don't understand. You have come to the wrong place to hide. Out there, something other than the British soldiers. A creature of the night. A demon wolf.
Oh, it's the beast, isn't it? Look how big it is.
That letter would eventually find its way into the hands of a young woman, a skilled hunter who would later face the beast armed with nothing more than a steel-tipped pike.
Yo, it's Allison vibes.
She would be known by history as the Maid of GEVAUDAN.
Hey, it's Allison. Is she an Argent then? Oh, mate, what's that? You know, I was saying Allison might be the beast. No, but we got Allison, you know, as whatever this is of GEVAUDAN, whatever they're saying, the maid. So, I mean, kind of interesting, you know. She must be, well, there you go. Something about the Argent reveal a cure the Mr. the Beast of GEVAUDAN, that's what it's called. But she's got to be some sort of descendant of the Argent family, surely.
Maybe someone should resurrect her.
Don't leave.
My dreams aren't like yours, Lydia. I'm not just a harbinger of death. I'm the cause of it.
Neither of us think he's our only hope at stopping it. We think there's another.
You, Lydia.
You.
Yeah, she's like, what?
Okay.
Whoa, that's a big gash.
Is it bad? We're married. Okay. Exactly this with pain. You could trigger it. Pain makes you human.
Take away his pain.
Oh, can she take it away? Oh, she's doing it as well. Look at that. It's decent.
Okay, next time I'll kiss him.
Do you know what I like? How the camera goes smaller when we go to the flashbacks. Just makes it feel different.
Merci, Marie-Jeanne. Don't give up hope.
Her name was Agnès Mouk. She was 11 years old. 11. Torn limb from limb. It won't stop. Where the wolf finds a lamb, there he seeks another.
You can use volunteers for a hunting party, especially someone to lead it.
Why ask for a volunteer? We all know who the best hunter is in GEVAUDAN.
Marcel, you are home. Viens, Sébastien.
I am not going to argue with your brother. What do you say?
Pressure's on there, isn't it, mate? You can't say no. Oh, but kid's dead.
Emile, my son.
Oh, that's ruthless, isn't it?
Emile.
You whisper these last words to me.
What were they?
The beast.
The beast, mate.
Monsieur Taubert, hunting party leaves at dawn.
She sounds so mad, doesn't she, mate? Literally, she sounds mad.
Why didn't he warn her?
He told her about everything that they'd seen during the war, but like I said,
You believe it. I never knew you were so superstitious.
I don't need to believe in something I saw with my own eyes.
That's a fact, isn't it?
Are you trying to frighten me?
Trying to warn you. Gonna need more than ordinary steel to stop the beast.
Innit? Imagine fighting back in the day without all the technology they have now. They got no chance, have they? She's thinking, mate, what's this guy locking down there?
it was just after midnight when the first torch went out.
She's just shooting into the dark. Oh. Did it hit? Yeah, it got her. Oh, man.
That was a wolf.
It was a werewolf.
Oh, werewolf. Doesn't look nothing like a werewolf, does it? Looks like Peter on steroids.
Do you know a
I'm loving how she's still concerned for him. He might have broken up, but she's still thinking of him.
It's me. I'm at the school and we need you.
Come on. Go out the window. Go.
Is Scott gonna try and fight, or is he gonna go out the window? Oh, he got dragged out, mate.
Something's wrong. What happened next?
Right, before that we get into this, yeah. The way that, do you think Lydia may be able to take it down is the fact that because she could scream so loud. Do you know what I mean? And we've pinpointed the whole season how she's trying to control the directional force of that scream. And obviously it's like a high frequency. You know, you can play a noise and it gets so loud that like humans can not really hear it. Or is it so low? I'm not too sure what you would call it, but like it gets to a point where humans can't hear it, but like dogs can. So I could put it on my phone and it could go dee, and it could go so high that my dogs will, like, their ears will be flapping. I'll just be sat here, can't hear it anymore. And maybe she could do that as well. Maybe she could scream and directional force it at the beast, and it's so loud that it could take it down. Do you know what I mean? Because we've seen it like boom, someone with a force field. We've seen Perish, you know, come and like grab her and absorb the impact when he was down in, you know, in like the tunnels with Valak there when she killed him. And, you know, it will be interesting to see, obviously, how this girl back in the day survived, and obviously like how Lydia is potentially going to beat it in the present.
Henri brought Marie-Jeanne to his home, a place protected by a circle of mountain ash.
What is this?
Mountain ash?
And that?
Mistletoe. Please, put that down.
Why do you have all of this?
I have spent half a lifetime gathering the implements and skills to survive a werewolf.
I do not care about surviving one. I want to know how to kill one.
That's it, mate. That's a fighter in you. You'd think Perish was coming to the school now, though, wouldn't you? I would, anyway. Be on his way. Oh, she's hiding. Wonder if they all see Scott transform. Look at them all. He's pure of them.
Go upstairs.
Oh.
She needed an advantage. She needed to know her enemy.
Merci. To the dead. To the dead.
What's she put in it? It's supernatural.
I have gotten him.
In the herd, mate. She's gonna go and like torture him now.
Do you have any cloth? Something to wrap your hand?
Yes. In the cellar, you will find what you're looking for.
Oh, what's she seen, mate? Oh no, it's her.
Go ahead. Let the arrow fly.
Oh wow, there's so many there.
Release me.
You're not the killer. You're covering for him.
You reckon? Oh, brother, is it? Whoa, what a twist, mate. Oh, mate. Right. Let's just say that is what you call having your friends back. Innit, mate? Literally, that is what you call a homer. You cannot get more loyalty than that. The guy was willing to kill himself, have his obviously die for his friend, her brother, to survive, mate. What a guy he is, you know? You got to respect it. There's not many loyal people around like that. The guy's found a real one there. But, you know, I knew that she put the thing inside the drink, mate, so that it would obviously affect everybody. He was smart. He must have tasted it, and he knew it, and obviously he broke the glass, and then when we see it there, mate, he's giving the eyes as to say, mate, watch it, and then she took him outside. But there's loads of bodies down there. Now, it'd be interesting to see that when she finds out it is a brother, or she might not, but I'm going to assume that she does, if she's willing to take him out.
Marie-Jeanne confronted her brother the moment she walked back into the tavern.
There you go.
You have killed children.
I kill whatever dares to cross my path. We've heard the whole story of what happens when drink ran water from the paw print of a wolf.
Oh.
Demon wolf.
That's interesting. Look at the size on there. But he never killed his friend, so he obviously can control it a little bit.
You're a monster.
Mate, it's mad how cocky he is. Look how cocky he is. He's loving it, actually. You know, he's got no remorse at all for killing all these innocents.
And you won't kill me.
Stab him now.
We're family, Marie-Jeanne.
Don't matter, mate. If I had a family member going around killing everyone and kids, I'd be taking them out as well.
So Marie-Jeanne went back to Henri to figure out how to kill both a beast and a brother.
I think I may have a possibility.
Go on, mate. Spill. Oh. Look at them all. Look at that. Where's the squad at, man? Liam. The thing is, right, that's got to be her in its normal human form when it goes back.
You didn't seriously think you were gonna have a chance against that thing, did you?
But I got it sent.
Mate, so, school day, you know, alarms ring, Scott comes in, sniff, 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 mate, all the way down the lockers, around the corners, toilets, canteen, back to the classes, mate. He's going to find this person. And as we know from watching the show, they don't know who they actually are. So that this person will have no recollection that they are the Beast going attacking everyone. Well, actually, yeah, I could be lying because, you know, the Beast of GEVAUDAN, he did know, you know, he sat down, he was gloating in front of Alison, wasn't he, mate? He was literally loving it, and he had no remorse about killing all these people as well, and he even threatened, you know, like to go and take more people out. So that guy knew he was the Beast, but maybe this guy, I feel like this guy, the present boy, girl, whoever it is, they don't know.
Marie-Jeanne hunted Sebastian for 3 years until she finally cornered him in 1767.
Nowhere left to run, sister.
Yo, that was sick. There's no way he's coming off that. Look how far in him it is.
Think this minor injury will stop me?
He's loving it, look.
I am the famous and feared beast of GEVAUDAN. All of history will remember my name.
No one will remember.
Huh? What is this?
No ordinary steel of Spain and Mountain Ash.
Oh, combined.
Blood under the light of a full moon.
Take the sword, mate, or whatever, the spear. You need it again in case another one comes. Yeah, look, she's not stupid, is she? She knows the score. I'll take that. You know what, right? That was decent. You know, she said that that was not no ordinary steel. It was steel with wolfsbane, mountain ash combined, and her blood mixed underneath the full moon. So I'm assuming it's a blood of a loved / family member, which would be interesting. It could be anyone's blood. So you've got blood, full moon, wolfsbane, and mountain ash all combined to make one weapon. Now it's going to be interesting to see again who is underneath the skin of the Beast, because I still have no clue. And again, I'll reference it a couple of times. It's been like 5 full episodes with no Dread Doctors. They made the Beast and then they just got off, mate. They just left it to cause havoc.
Everything he shined, everything he owned.
They burned it all. The name Sebastian Ballet has been forgotten for over 150 years.
Marie-Jeanne didn't do it alone. She had help from Henri, the magistrate, the town. We need Parrish.
Lydia, he's dangerous. He's still a shapeshifter and one who's just beginning to understand his power.
Why are you suddenly on our side?
Because it's my name as well. Marie-Jeanne never left Henri after the death of her brother. They married and she took his name.
Ah, they're the Argent. Yep.
Marie-Jeanne was the first hunter.
Our name will be remembered as well, Lydia, for killing the Beast.
But I'm not an Argent.
She's a Martin. Yeah, I thought that they was going to say, well, you are. I was waiting for it. I was like, ooh.
What are you doing in my car?
No, mate.
It's you. Liam, what's he talking about? Corey?
Oh, Corey's on his side. Whoa. I told you that guy's overpowered, didn't I? That Corey. Wow, mate. A good episode, you know. Fully enjoyed this one, mate. Absolutely loved it. You know, how nice is it to see Allison back? I know she was playing in the backstory, but it's well good. You know, I actually love when the scenery changes. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, we're so used to the school and the same old visuals that, like, when it went into the back and then we had the snow. This is why I loved it when we kind of went to New Mexico and we had the snow and it seemed all the colours was brighter and everything stand out and just a different vibes. Like, I love the scenery, I love the change. It mixes it up, it makes you more engaged, you know what I mean? Like, when you're so used to something all the time, it just becomes the norm, and when it changes, you're instantly like more engaged, attracted, more invested, because I don't know, I think when something changes, it just catches your eye. You're just like, oh, look at this. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's different. I wonder what's going on. And then I really thought they'd done the story well, to be honest. They had me on at the very end there. I thought he was going to say that Lydia was part of the Argents, mate. You know, she's like, I'm not an Argent. And oh, honestly, they took a massive pause before they said something. I thought he was going to say, yeah, you are. But the maid of GEVAUDAN, mate, you know, she took down the first beast, and it was, like we said, it was a weapon combined with mountain ash, combined with, well, they said it was no ordinary steel, was it, silver, whatever it is, her own blood, the full moon, and then we had wolfsbane. All of that was mixed into one big spear that went right through her brother and killed him. So, you know, you got to respect his brother's, her brother's mate. You know, he was willing to put his life on the line. That is a proper homie, that, isn't it? Somebody who's so loyal to stand by her. But the thing is, her brother, yeah, compared to Mason, for example, yeah, if it is Mason, I don't know if they've planted it just as a twist, you know, you could do that. But it could be, if it's Mason's car and Mason's shoes, then high chance it is Mason. Obviously, he doesn't remember that it's him. This is the big thing between her brother and Mason. You know, her brother knew it was him. He loved it. He was relishing it. He was thriving. He was, you know, he was gloating how many people he was killing and how nobody could stop him. Yet Mason, he seemed like he had no idea what's going on. So there's a difference in contrasting the two people. One, you disliked, you wanted him to die. The other one, yeah, you kind of feel concerned. Do you want him to be all right? You know, like, I never judge everyone. I'd be so hypocritical if I was to say, kill Mason. Because if you've watched me through the Vampire Diaries and the originals and legacies and now this show, I'll always be consistent to, if somebody's taken over in some supernatural ability that they can't control, whether they're drugged, possessed, you know, transformed, transitioned, whatever you want to call it, and they do some sort of action, I don't blame that person because that's not Mason. Do you know what I mean? I blame that other guy, yeah, the GEVAUDAN's brother, the maid of GEVAUDAN, because he knew it, Sebastian. Was that his name? He knew what he was doing and he was loving it and he wanted to do it more. And there's a difference between that and not knowing and just being, do you know what I mean? So Perish, whatever he does inside his hellhound, you can't really blame him. You can see when he comes back to Perish that he's concerned. He's just handing in his gun and badge. He doesn't want to hurt people. He's tried to lock himself in a cell. He's doing all he can to save people. Mason has done all he can so far this season to save people. He was the one that realised the high frequency. He was the one, you know, that's been reading up on it, giving information, helping them get out of Icon House. There's lots of stuff that he's helped. Now, I don't know if it could be a smokescreen, the way that feels looking to help people and then he's there to, like, do him in. But I think that if it is him, he doesn't know. And it's going to be interesting, mate, because he's just been taken away. And Mr. Translucent, Mr. Invisible, is so overpowered. I've been saying it all season. Yeah, he's done nothing with it, but that is one trait that is too good, mate. Okay, now it's going to wrap up episode 18 of season 5 of Teen Wolf. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. Got to say, the last few episodes have been fantastic. It makes me really excited for the season finale. You know, is it Mason? Is it a smokescreen? You know, have they threw a spanner in the works? Are they trying to keep us guessing? We haven't seen the Dread Doctors in quite a few episodes. I really, you know, like, I said this maybe in episode 7. I still need to know who's under the Dread Doctor's masks. I just have to know whether it's just a face reveal. Why is Deucalion here? Like, why is he actually here? Unless he goes into the next season, why has he been implemented? What beneficial thing has he given to the show being brought back? You know, yes, he's given us the information that those claws when they put them on Theo, then it's not gonna work. He's not going to be able to extract the power. You know, Hayden's not actually relayed that to Theo, which would be interesting to see if he actually wants to try and go through with that, and if it doesn't actually work. You know, he's also tried to infiltrate Hayden's, I don't know, feelings as well. You know, Theo's pack, Scott's pack, Theo's pack. Last episode she said she's all in with Scott's pack. She's there with Liam. Do you know what I mean? So again, that's exciting. We haven't seen anything of the Desert Wolf this episode. We have seen, though, like, the beast come into the school and fight. A lot of people seeing Scott in the library. You know, I don't know if they all seen him transition. Surely they have. You know, it can't be glossed over that they was all there, like 20 of them, and his eyes turned red and he was roaring and he had his fangs and he was fighting. he was thrown in through tables, you know, he's getting slashed, and then Liam come in, and Malia, she screamed as well. Bragan come in with a gun, she was shooting him, he jumped out of the window. Do you know what I mean? Like, loads of stuff is interesting, mate. And quite a lot of people must have seen all this supernatural activity going on. Now, again, I would have thought that being inside the Beast's form, like, even when he gets shot, it would still maybe impact Mason, if it is. In the present, you know, he would have some sort of injury. You know, we seen Jackson, when he transformed, his clothes had ripped. Mason was just still in standard full clothes. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if it is actually him. Now, obviously, you're foolish to say it's not, because you've been given the information here, and you got to rock with what you've been given. I've got to admit, though, good twist, and it's a spanner in the works. You know, I have said I wanted it to be somebody that we knew, and it's not just a random person. And what better than, you know, someone who's so close to Liam, someone that's been an asset to the team. You know, I've been said all season, mate, he's a good member of the pack. He's done really well, mate. He's been working against them by, you know, accident, not knowing, but it still has, and that's why it's interesting. You know, we've still got Theo and what he wants to do. He wants to take it down, he wants to get the powers. We've still got to conclude the Malia and a mum storyline as well. Hopefully we do something with Deucalion. Why is he here? You know, we get a bit more of that. And the Dread Doctors, you know, if they do take the Beast out, how do they take the Dread Doctors out? They could just come back, they can create somebody else. Do you know what I mean? So there's still lots of stuff, but we've got to say, great to see Allison back. I really enjoyed it. It makes you realise that you missed them once they leave. You know, like, when Elena was in, obviously, the Vampire Diaries, Nina Dobrev, she was in it for, I can't remember how many seasons, let's just say 6, and then she went, obviously, for 7 and kind of like 8. When she left, I felt the hole, you know. She was never my big fan. No, I was never like, oh, Elena's my favourite character, but when she did leave, I was like, whoa, you know, it's so different. And then she come back in a few episodes, like, wow, it's so good to see it, mate, the old school cast. And this is the same here, you know. I have no problem with Liam and Kira and Malia coming in. They're great additions. But also when you go back to what you know, the original, the ones that hooked you, it's a different feel. Do you know what I mean? If Derek come back, I'd be like, wow, Derek, mate, loving it. And that's just how it is, mate. It's fantastic to see old cast members come back. It makes you smile, and I like today's episode. It's a great feeling, and you know what, it's put me in a good mood to go into the next one, the one right before the finale. So I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.